Hello, everyone. My name is Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast. And we're coming to you live from round 4 of the sorry, I'm laughing. I'll explain that in a minute. To the Mustafar Galactic Championship Hyperspace Qualifier. Super excited to be here. We have Ryan Fleming versus Tommy Adams. My co-host for this round is...
This is Sam Rothstein here from the Candid Clarinetist. We stream X-Wing a couple times a week over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/thecandidclarinetist.
All right, we're going to get into this. Let's go ahead and break down these lists. You have Ryan Fleming here on the right side flying a M3A Interceptor swarm. We got Leighton Ashara with Marksmanship and Auto Blaster, and then we have... Let's count them up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other M3A interceptors. Those are the Initiative 3 Tensari Point veterans. All the ships on Ryan's side are Initiative 3. If you look at Leighton Ashara's ability says after you defend or perform an attack, if the attack missed, gain 1 evade token. So it just gives that ship a little bit of extra survivability. It's a little bit harder to focus fire it down. And also if it's firing, of course, against a lower initiative ship, it goes into battle with an evade token, which is always good. What's on the other side there, Sam?
So we got a Galactic Republic list. Tommy Adams is flying Anakin Skywalker in the Naboo Starfighter with passive sensors and proton torpedoes. Pretty normal loadout for him there. And then we got Wolf in the ARC 170 with the R4P Astromech, which is, if those of you who don't know, it's basically like the R4 Astromech making maneuvers blue, except you only get 2 charges and you can use any maneuver, any basic maneuver. So anything other than the K-turn, you can turn it, you can reduce its difficulty. And then we got Barriss Offee in the Jedi Starfighter with calibrated laser targeting, and Plo Koon in the Jedi Starfighter Aether Sprite with calibrated laser targeting.
All right. As we were starting the match, you may have wondering, Dion, why were you giggling? Well, during the live stream, I created a coupon code on our website in order to get a free T-shirt. Okay, free T-shirt. And I didn't give any clues for the people who were watching live, those of you who are watching live now. And I said, you know, it's pretty obvious once you figure it out. You know, we're on Mustafar, and if we're on Mustafar, what are the things that happen on Mustafar in Star Wars, right? So, you know, if you're guessing around there, probably one of the few things that come to mind is, you know, I have the high ground, Anakin, and that was the code, high ground. It was fantastic. Okay, it was great to see. It was great to see the anguish in the chat trying to figure it out together. And also, props to the 5 of you, although I guess the 4 first, who got it first and didn't crack under the pressure of people wanting the code. Okay, it was fantastic. I don't know how often I mean, I can't really afford to give away that many t-shirts at once, but I thought it would be a fun thing to do during the break and have you guys working on something while we had the break. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Dion is sadistic. I'm so nice to you guys most of the time. Come on, you gotta admit that was a little fun, just a little bit. Just you liked it. All right, Fast Walk says this was fun. Thank you. One of my moderators towing the line. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Marshcliffe. All right. Let's go ahead and look at this. The bets are open, by the way. If you are playing Choose Your Champion, ! Points to check your points. Sam, who do you think has the advantage in this matchup?
So I was thinking about this, and I guess you should stop asking me this question because I've gotten both the previous matches wrong. But
I mean, that's the fun of it.
Yeah. So I really like these auto blasters on the M3As because these Jedi are fragile, and if Ryan can get to a point where he can K-turn behind them, they're gonna have a real hard time getting out of auto blaster shots. So I think I like Scum here, but once again, I've gotten everyone wrong so far. So you guys should all probably bet on Tommy.
I mean, let's the number of ships that Ryan Fleming has is fantastic. Like they can really do some serious damage, and if he can get those bullseyes on these very cheap ships, relatively cheap ships with Auto Blaster can potentially roll 4 dice in the bullseye at range 1. I mean, they can put out some serious damage. Of course, you got to get them in the right position. You have to actually live long enough to get those shots. One of the things I think that Tommy needs to be careful with, yes, all his ships are Initiative 4, which is great, right? You have the repositioning there, but I know that Ryan is really good at corralling higher initiative ships. Essentially, what I'm seeing here is the green and blue M3A interceptors in the middle there. They're bait. They're bait in order for the ones on the outside, the pink, purple, yellow, and red, to crash in, coming around, and create a net. And whatever is in the middle of that net gets deleted, and then we go on from there.
Yeah, I really like the spacing that Ryan has here. I think the one thing that Tommy really needs to leverage is these proton torpedoes. I think that's really going to be key, because with those 3 agility, you know, unless Tommy's consistently lining up the bullseyes, he's going to really have a hard time pushing through damage on these 3 agility ships. So I think the proton torpedoes need to hit, and they need to hit hard.
I agree. All right, Wolf, 1 straight. And here we go, Plo starting to enter the middle of the net here. You got to have an escape route. Now, the Jedi do have the possibility to escape pretty easily. They move fast. They have those double repositions. You just got to be careful, got to be smart. So we got a little bit of a barrel roll there. That's from, is it Barris, I believe? No, it's Plo, excuse me. Taking the focus. And it looks like it is engagement time. So the bullseye did not hit. So it's going to be a 2-on-4 shot. 1 hit. Has a couple shots coming back. Looks like he's playing defensive. Just 1 hit. Got the squiggle. No problem.
See, and these are the exact engagements that Ryan wants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, range 3 is... Oh, I failed, you guys. I missed the dice cam on the first engagement. I failed.
Apps in chat.
All right. 2 more eyeballs coming in. Barris debating whether or not to spend the focus. You can see that there are 3 shots coming in. 2 of them are obstructed. Gonna go ahead and spend the focus, it looks like.
Ooh, and a blank out.
Blank out. We're not sure which was the target.
I guess it was blue.
That would be my guess as well. Yes, it was. Blue loses 1 shield and a card.
Interested why he went to blue instead of pink, because he had the bullseye on pink.
Well, because it was obstructed.
Oh, it is obstructed?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense then.
And this Arc 170 is taking a shot at blue as well. And with the 5 dice obstructed, able to push through 2 damage and deletes the first M3A.
Wow. That's very good, obviously, for Tommy, getting 1 off the board with limited firepower there.
All right, Anakin using that Concord Dawn target lock on the Tensari Point veteran. Four dice proton torpedo going into the green M3A. Those are looking like good results. Spend the lock.
Got him.
A force would make it 4. There it is. 2 hits, 2 crits after the proton torpedo change. 1 out the box.
Wow. So it looks like we're taking hit and 2 crits here. This could be in a green too.
Stun pilot. Nope, it's lived. It lives. The M3A that lived.
And I want to point something out there that Tommy did, which is he spent the lock on both the eyeball and the blank result. And when you're playing with force users, it's almost always better to spend it on all the results. Otherwise, you're committing yourself to spending that force. And I think that mathematically, it's always better to spend or reroll both results in that case.
Now, going back, if Plo had actually been a little bit more aggressive on his attack, he may have been able to get the Tensar, the green M3A out. All right, so next shot here. 2 hits. Plenty of evades, no problem. If you got unobstructed shot, yeah, I mean, I think you fire at the Arc 170. It's your best chance to actually do.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that purple didn't fire at the arc as well.
Spend focus for 2. There we go. That's going to be 2 damage on the Arc 170. First blood on the other side. So it's down to 1 shield on Wolf. All right, that's it on this side. So Ryan, in this opening, losing 1.5, almost 2 of the M3As. Honestly, some good rolls. Anakin did what he had to do with the passive sensors target lock proton torpedo. Got plenty of damage in there. I will say, I feel, now I'm saying I feel, I don't know. I feel like Ryan's rolling is a little bit under right now on the green dice. That he maybe should have 1 or 2 more health altogether on his list back. But you know, that's not how it can't always go that way.
X-Wing doesn't care about your feelings, Dion.
That's right. So Jello Azul saying 10 blanks on 12 green dice feels super bad. Yes, I mean it can happen, right?
He was very unfortunate to lose blue for sure.
Kylo Rem says clearly under. Well, you know, I have to always put these qualifiers on there. It's for the sake of, you know, the person like, but you know, I'm just saving myself a potential argument. That's all.
So I'm interested to see what he's going to do with yellow and red up here in the top. Is he going to bank in, even if it means going in front of that asteroid? Because that potentially gets some auto blaster shots onto Anakin.
I like that. I like the bank. Because yeah, you might be tempted to go 5 straight there and then come in, but the problem is that that's going to leave you out of the fight for another turn.
Yeah, you totally miss Anakin if that is true.
Yeah, banking gives you the best shots. And, you know, I've played against Ryan a few times. I would guess that looking at his options right now, he's trying to see where he can get blocks and buy himself a turn.
100%.
Buy himself a turn, see if he can get red and yellow in the fight before the scrum really breaks up. And a lot of times when these M3As cause a pileup where you have, you know, a block ship and then ships behind it, that's that's a great way to get those bullseyes active and actually have that that additional die granted to you by the Auto Blaster.
I kind of like some sort of a bank and a barrel roll from Pink in between those 2 obstacles. because that will probably block both Wolf and Barris. Though Wolf could also just self-bump and prevent that block. So maybe that's not the best maneuver.
It's true, yeah, with the fact that he's all initiative 4, so he can be flexible with his movement. A couple people in the chat saying Green needs to block Annie. I mean, I think that's a great move if you can actually get the block. I think if you're trying to go for a block with Anakin there, if you're anticipating what, a 3-bank, the typical Naboo moves.
It's almost impossible for him to block Anakin because of the pre-maneuver barrel roll.
That's very true.
But I guess, well, it's moot point right now, but.
All right, so it looks like the Tensaris moved in. Did roll a strain for the purple M3A.
So I think he might have been going for that barrel roll with pink, and he just didn't quite get far enough.
All right, here's the bank maneuver. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Leighton does the 4 straight, so setting those bullseyes in 2 different angles, trying to catch Anakin. And again, like you said, those barrel rolls, the non-barrel barrel rolls are quite powerful. We'll see if that gets utilized by Tommy. So the 1 hard here fitting for Barris gets completely out of dodge with the boost. And barrel roll for good measure. Oh, did he fit that 1 bank?
Wow. Looks like it.
Whoo. X-Wing is a game of millimeters. Well, right now it's pixels. X-Wing is a game of pixels.
Whoa.
Oh, Annie. Annie. You are sitting in 2 bullseyes. You cannot stay there. Gets the evade with a 3 turn.
I think you just, oh man, do you just focus here? Because a barrel roll means you're taking any crits that come your way from red.
Right.
Ugh.
And the marksmanship is on. They all have marksmanship, so that would be going, oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is a bad spot.
He's going to take the barrel. Did he get out of bullseye is the question.
Yeah,
red?
It looks like he's out of both.
He did, okay.
He's still outside of the arc, though, so, you know, if he rolls some crits, you might be able to punch in some auto blaster damage. A nice block there from green on Plo. Pink will have a nice auto blaster shot into Plo. So the offense is going to be limited for Tommy this turn.
All right, got the evade he needed. We're going to have some trading shots here. Annie and the yellow M3A. Ooh. 1 focus.
Yeah, you definitely save that force.
And nothing on either side.
So this is a scary shot because you're strained here.
Mm-hmm.
And Wolf got his fully modded 4 dice in the front here.
Okay, only 1 reroll though, so you're not going to get 4 hits. Ooh, blank to blank.
Yes, Wolf, that's good for Ryan. Yeah.
Looking weak right now. Only 2 hits. But going to be taking them both. Honestly, that is best result, like expected result,
Yeah.
with what you would have thought with like a focus and those rerolls on Wolf's side.
Yeah, Ryan's not going to be happy with it, but that's, you know, with the strain and everything, that's pretty good. So here, I think you shoot with pink first. You try to get a shield off Plo, because I think purple actually has a bullseye auto blaster shot into Plo.
I think
Try to
you're
get
right.
the shield off here if you can. 2 hits, nice.
Got plenty of evades. Is purple up next? Nope, we're gonna focus over here. It's gonna be a range 1 shot with auto blaster. 3 dice. Actually, the auto blaster doesn't even matter. It's just 3 dice. Spending the force to not take the damage. And the other range 1 shot. 3 hits. That's going to do a damage. Cannot be avoided.
Yep, so Anakin takes 1, spends the evade.
I heard spinning's a good trick, Annie. Purple should be the last one to shoot. Just waiting for the call. There it is. Range 2 bullseye.
Yeah, I think this is the right call going into Plo, because you know you're at least getting 1.
Yep, that's because the marksmanship.
Assuming he rolls a hit. Okay,
Oh,
there we go.
well, okay, so we're getting 1 auto damage. And could be more depending on how Plo rolls. 3 dice. All right. Well, it would have been the same result either way.
Yep.
1 shield on Plo. Or the shield. There's only 1. Yes. Nick, could you ping the strain? On purple.
All right, so are we just going to go all into Plo here?
I mean, you're definitely in a position to pounce there, but
Because you
it
can't
feels
really
a little baity.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you can't really catch Anakin, right? Because if he does K-turns or something, Anakin's just going to barrel roll, 3 hard, barrel roll again, and you're not going to be able to catch him. Wolf is facing the wrong way. You're not going to be able to do anything to him. Barris is basically out of the fight. So I think you guys kind of have to, like, 3K with green, maybe, like, bank in, like, 1 or 2 bank. Probably a 2 bank or a 3 bank, actually, with pink, so you don't hit the rock. Some sort of a straight maneuver with yellow, and then a 3 bank with red. Something like that. I don't know. Plo's probably just going to 5 straight anyways, but...
The it could be a good turn for Ryan to reset as well.
Yeah, that's true. He just doesn't have good angles towards any of the ships. And his arcs are kind of all over the place.
A couple people in the chat asking how often do stream prizes ship. Ooh, I almost spilled my water. Stream prizes ship. I would call it once a quarter, to be completely honest, just because, especially with the events going on, a lot of times, like, you know, spending 12 hours here, I can't really go down to the basement, start shipping stuff, and not do family time, or I need to sleep like the European ones. But yeah, everything's in the queue. Everything's in the queue. And basically, as I clear it out, I've been making posts in GSP announcements. I also have been sending out emails. It'll say like, if you're the GSP, they won't say the specific item because basically I just do a mass blind carbon copy email that says, you've recently won a GSP stream prize. It has been shipped. Something like that. And there's the K-turn you talked about.
So I think one thing to point out too is these players are familiar with each other. They're both Midwest players, and you can sort of tell with the pace of play. They understand the game. They're familiar with each other's play style. So it's nice to see.
Well, yeah. Well, Ryan is on the East Coast in Pittsburgh, but he comes in. He comes into the Midwest events all the time.
I consider Pittsburgh Midwest, but I don't know if that's sacrilege for people from Pittsburgh. Would you say Cleveland's the cutoff point for Midwest?
I don't know. The Midwest doesn't even mean what it says.
Right. That's true.
I mean, if you're going by baseball standards, the Pittsburgh Pirates are in the Central Division, so.
Yeah, I think that's what it is the sports teams play on the Central.
Yeah.
Because that makes sense.
Yeah.
And Toronto Blue Jays are in the AL East, and they're not even in America. So.
Yeah, and the Colts are in the AFC South, which, I don't know how far south we are.
More south than Chicago?
That's true. It is true. Barris is an interesting choice. I think isn't it just like 1 point more than a generic Jedi? Is that true?
It is.
So maybe it's just what fit in the list.
It fit in the list. Also, it matches that initiative 4. Even if you don't.
That is nice.
Even if you don't worry about the nice kick turn there from Wolf. Even if you don't worry about the ability, it's an initiative 4 to match everything else. And Anakin has disengaged. There is the evade.
Probably a barrel roll here, I would guess.
Anakin Skywalker, the best Naboo starfighter, hands down.
Ooh, I don't know, Dean. I'm a Rick Olay guy. I know it's a little. Yeah, I know.
No, Rick's a great guy, but I don't think he's got anything on Annie. I really don't.
Wow, that's an aggressive K-turn.
He is sitting in 2 bullseyes, even though one's obstructed.
Yeah. So he's taking at least 1, maybe 2 auto blaster shots. They're not out of arc, so it won't be automatic, but still, that's 3 dice. And then definitely, I think green. No, okay, green's just out, so just 2 shots.
I think Tommy's just choosing violence. He's feeling a little aggressive right now.
He's trying to ride the dice wave.
Just roll nutties. All right, here we go. This is going to be a range 2 shot going at Pink, who has a focus right now. Ooh, got the hit crit.
Man, yeah. I think Ryan's. I feel bad. I bet he's probably because it's been brutal. Like, yeah, look, he's
Oh,
I think they're both recognizing the situation right now.
Yep. The dice giveth, and the dice taketh away. But generally, you remember more when it taketh away. All right, and here's Barris going at Pink as well. I mean, you got half points already. Let's just get the rest. 1 crit. Spend the focus. I mean, man, you can't buy an evade these days. Come on.
Yeah, they're not for sale.
Kylo Ren, I see your memester tag there. 2 hits and a focus. One. Oh my goodness.
All right, he's not dead, so that's good. But man, he needs a quick turnaround here.
Now this is his turn. Crit, 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 right here.
Here we go. I'm ready. I'm sure he's ready. He's more ready than me.
Shouldn't he have a third die?
He should. Well, doesn't matter.
Oh, never mind.
He should have had a third die though, unless he
Yeah.
has a weapons failure. Oh, he does have a weapons failure. Okay, that would be why.
Okay, that's what it is. 2 hits from the other shot, and there's one that's going to go through. Oh, no. One out of the box. Blank.
Hey.
Green M3 doesn't have anything.
Plo should have taken one there, I think. There we go. And I have no reading interest, but I think that we're all kind of, you know, pulling for Ryan here with how these dice have been for him.
Yeah. I will say, you know, it's all right. So that's going into Plo. Got the squiggle. Tommy's played 3 times on the stream and has lost every one. I'm sure, at least for him, I'm sure it feels good to be winning. But I could also knowing Tommy be like, not like this, not like this.
He's quite a nice guy. So
yeah, Tommy's awesome. By the way, if you guys didn't see, when we get to 130 subs, we have that Thai V1, you know, with the lava paint on it, done by Tommy Adams. We'll be giving that away. Flannel Phantom says I'm 2-1 on GSP. Anybody in the chat played on the stream and has like a terrible record? Anybody have like an absolutely terrible record on the stream, but you still love it?
I'm 0-1, so technically I have the worst record there is, right?
I think I'm 0-3.
Star Slinger is 4-9. Yeah, that sounds about right. But I mean, those 4 wins though, Star Slinger, right? Like you got a system open, so the ones that mattered exactly.
So one upgrade that I want to sort of highlight in this list, while the game is still happening, is the R4P Astromech. I think it's something that the Republic really needs to take a good look at because it's really cheap. They brought it down to 2 points, and I think on a lot of ships, it's actually way more valuable than the R4 Astromech because you only end up using those blues a couple times a game anyway. And so, like, for example, it's probably not going to happen this turn, but Wolf could turn a 3-bank blue. So the ability to K-turn and then turn a 3-bank blue is super, super powerful.
Absolutely.
And you can also turn your 3 hards white with the R4P. So that's and that's the same amount of points as the R4 Astromech. So just wanted to highlight that for people who haven't seen it before.
Yeah, the flexibility there. I mean, it's your own personal mini resistance Leia.
Yeah, I've been wanting to try it on like Obi-Wan with CLT because you can. Oftentimes the Jedi get in trouble, the CLT ones, when you K-turn because they become much more predictable. But the ability to do like a hard 1 out of a K-turn or a 3-bank out of a K-turn is very, very good.
All right. We got 40 minutes left in the round. Want to remind you guys, we have 2 other rounds after this today, and we'll be back tomorrow with the top cut. So make sure to have that follow button hit so that you know when we get started. We'll be starting at the same time. Now, we have any European fam in the chat? Any European fam in the chat? Where are you guys at? All right, so my European family here. Remember, you guys have, I believe, tonight daylight saving switch, or at least some of you. Okay, so be aware that the stream, if you're just wanting to watch from the beginning, will be shifted by an hour. And same thing especially if you're going to be a top 32 player. So just be aware of that. And eyeball there.
Not sure what that was for. Was that for a crit of some sort?
Not sure.
Okay, so there we see the R4P where he turned his 4 straight white.
Mm-hmm. Getting aggressive there. Range 1, most likely. So the green M3A right now does have an evade token. I'm trying to say, you know what? If I can't roll evades, I'll just spend.
Yeah, he's like, give me the evades, please.
That's where he'll roll natties, right? That's what we'll see it.
Exactly. Then we'll need it.
So Anakin takes that 3 hard to the left. Gets the evade from the full throttle. Passive sensors.
The torps on Annie are just very, very good. You get that passive mod with the force. He gets the evade token, so you're not afraid about the defensive side. It's a very, very good upgrade.
And it's crazy how, a proton torpedo in and of itself has only 2 charges, right? So you can only shoot it twice. But over multiple turns, it can also give a psychological advantage, right? Because now your opponent can't be like, I don't want to just joust you. And that can cause also some movement issues.
Oh, they're scary. They're real scary. I pretty much never took a list without proton torpedoes when 2nd edition first came out. When they were like 9 points. It was just like, all my guys are Harrison Dula.
1 hit, 1 focus, 1 eyeball.
Hey, there we go. Took the evade.
Spend, no damage. All right, spends the force there. Got the 2 evades.
This is true. Someone in the chat pointed out green has a damage sensor array. And he took an evade. I don't know if we want to back that up. Let's see, what was the roll? It was blank blank evade, and he took an evade, so... Oh yeah, they figured it out. Okay, so they fixed it.
Yep.
I almost felt bad pointing that out.
No, it's true. We let the players know. And
yeah. So that allows Tommy to change targets to the red, which is Leighton, I believe, is the red one.
And got the squiggle. There we go. Leighton gets the evade with her ability after defending.
And I think here you probably just want to go after Pink. Try to take Mr. Pink off the table. Or
Yeah,
number Pink, right? Number Pink.
1 hit, 1 crit, 2 focuses.
That's going to be a dead pink, most likely. Oh, yeah, that guarantees it because he's got 2 damage on him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think this doesn't happen too often, but once in a while, there are these games that are a little hard to watch because just there's the snowball effect that starts to happen, right? There's a couple of bad rolls, which, you know, it just, and if it continues to happen, you're just like, you're watching. You can't look away because it's what we have. But, you know, I definitely, there are these variance games that happens, and, you know, it's part of the game.
Yeah, and so a lot of times you can look back and be like, well, he didn't lose the game on this, but I think Ryan just got a little too unlucky in the first couple turns, and he just, you know, I mean, he rolled a ton of blanks, and there's just, sometimes you just got to throw your hand up and be like, you know what, not much I could have done.
Yep. And additionally, you know, he is 3-0 going into this round, so that means he's going to drop his first game. And I will tell you, just looking at what we have here, he's doing really well. He's got good MOV in the 3-0s. He's in the upper half of the 3-0s. So even, you know, obviously taking 1 loss, he'd still be in the cut. Taking 2, it's a maybe. But I think he's good.
Yeah. Yeah, pink should be dead here.
An Interceptor X-Wing is very true. He has already qualified for Coruscant. This is essentially going for the dub, is what this is. Trying to win one of the qualifiers. I mean, it always feels good. Only one person can win the qualifier. There can only be one.
Yeah, and I think they forgot to take pink off the table.
All right, let's get this double check.
I think he just didn't deal with damage cards.
So the damage actually went into purple, took a structural damage.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, purple, okay.
Yeah,
We're good.
He applied the damage, so both of them are on 1 hole now.
Oh, okay.
And for anybody who's jumping in who maybe was watching earlier when we were teasing the code for the free shirts, they've all been used. It's all been used up already. It was High Ground.
Well, maybe you're right. Actually, I don't know why he just moved the damage cards. So maybe he applied them to the wrong place.
Yeah, because purple's out of range.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but he put just 1 card, and so now that's fixed. So it was pink that was getting shot by the proton torpedo. That's all. The damage cards are in the right place now, so I will update that properly.
Well, some people are saying pink is still alive. I don't know. Somebody said pink was on 2 hole and rolled 2 of 8s. I thought pink was on 1. Because pink had that weapons failure.
They had a weapons failure and
card,
1
right?
card.
Yeah, I think this is right, but I don't know.
I cannot vouch as I was looking away at the time. All right. Well, at this point, Ryan has a couple of M3As. I think at this point, you know, when you're behind, you got to try to find value in the last couple turns if you're going to play it, right? So the value is not to me as a streamer or to you guys as a viewer. I know some people feel pressured, like they have to play it all the way out. You don't. Okay, if you're ever on the stream and you feel like you've lost and you don't want to play anymore, just let me know. Just say I don't want to play. But you can actually find value in these moments when you know you only got 3 ships left, and that is first. Ryan needs to get as much MOV as he can in the tournament. Also, there is value in practicing playing from behind. Right? We all like winning. But you got to admit, like, this is Ryan is behind, and practicing this set of parameters and having to make these choices it's gonna affect his decision making and seeing what is the best I can make. I might still lose the game, but what can I do to make the best of what I got? All right, here we go. And it looks like Barris 2 forward, sitting right now just barely in the bullseye of the red M3A. Now, if he barrel rolls, he'll be in the bullseye likely of purple. All right, we got a little Anakin shimmy shimmy. Flew 3 straight.
So he's out of Dorps now, so just taking focuses.
I got a bump there for Plo Koon. There's not quite anything that Ryan can do to punish him on that, though. And it is time for Pew Pews. Wolf had no shot. Anakin has Leighton in range 2. And the M3A, the purple one, at range 2. Doesn't have anything right now. No target lock out there because he took a defensive focus. And it looks like we're going to be moving on. Here's Barris. Range 1. Looking at Leighton. Leighton does have a focus right now. All right, looks like it's just 1 hit. And Leighton will spend the focus to avoid the damage. Takes a squiggle from the ability. I will say that if Leighton was a higher initiative ship, it would be so much more expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you have a meta, like a local meta, or a lot of people who like to play lower initiative ships, Leighton is a staple, I think.
Looks like barely in the bullseye here. Ooh, nice.
Here we go. 3 hits and a crit. Auto blaster. We saw the marksmanship trigger as well. Barris Ophi, how many forts does she have?
Just 1, so taking the crit.
Crit, so shield and a crit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's find out what's in the box. It's a panic pilot, 2 stress. You know, that's bad for Jedi. They really like their actions. And here we go. We got a range 2 shot going Anakin. Probably not going to do any damage with a hit crit there. Sorry, with a focus evade.
Yeah, he's fine.
And we got 2 hits. Oh, is there an evade token out there? It got spent already, so that's going to do a damage to Anakin, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're doing what we need to do to sort of climb back into this thing.
Plinking away. Blinking away. Well, at least, the 3 M3As that Ryan Fleming does have available, 2 of them are full, and the purple one has lost a shield. You gotta protect that purple one just a little bit. Avoid as many shots as you can. Bring yellow in. Yellow's got to get in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Never give up. Never surrender.
I think one of the biggest issues with the M3A is their blue maneuvers are lacking. So I think they only have 1, 2, 3 straight, and then 1 banks. If they had a 2 bank, it would be a little better, but he has to kind of make an interesting decision here. Like, does he bank towards Anakin? Does he just go straight? I think he probably just goes like 3 straight. That would be my guess. 2 or 3 straight with yellow. But their blues always tend to limit their ability after the K turns.
Yeah, I want to see. So with Barris having the panic pilot, what moves can Ryan make to take advantage of that double stress? Because the Jedi have what? They have 2 and 3 forward blue, 2 bank blue as well. Is it 2 bank?
They have 1 banks, 2 banks, and then 1, 2, 3 straights. I think maybe purple just goes 1 bank and focuses. Because then you cut off all the lanes going to the left. Mm-hmm. And yellow's going to be there if he goes straight. Whoops. Go back.
There we go.
I was going to say, if he was able to do that, that'd actually be a great position for red.
Yeah. Wow. Reverse maneuvers on the M3A win.
Yeah, it'd be pretty good.
What would be the name of that upgrade, guys? Let me know. Small base ship, 1-time angled reverse movement. What would you call it, and how many points do you think it would be? If you could only do it 1 time, 1 charge, non-recurring. What do you think, Sam? What would that be? What would that be worth to you? A single backup at any point with a charge.
Scum only, or?
No. But we'll start it open.
I feel like it's got to be expensive, right? Because
I mean, it has to be more expensive than inertial dampeners, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think. Yeah, that's the question. Is like, when do you get to trigger it? Do you get to trigger it when you activate? Because then, obviously, it's really good.
All right, rolls for the rock. No damage after doing the K-turn. And there's the 1 bank that you called on purple. Just trying to cover the spots where these Jedi might be. You got a nice little kill box there, potentially, for Barris. Barris moves first, gets a little tactical bump. Will be taking, looks like probably 2 shots. 1 range 2 in the bullseye from red, and a range 3 from the yellow M3A. Oh, Anakin, 5 straight, getting in the face of the red M3A.
I think you just barrel roll here, right?
I don't know. This is the same Anakin who slayed younglings. We'll see what he wants to do. And there's the barrel roll. That is the correct choice,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
All right, I think if you do it in the system phase, I want to say like 4 or 5 points. Maybe this is like way undercosted. If you can do it during your activation, it needs to be like 15 points. Because, you know, you don't want like Soontir backing up. You know what I mean?
All right. So Plo looks like he has the purple M3A at range 3. Trying to see if we can get into the hole. One hit. Got the squiggles.
There we go. There's the evades.
Green dice warming up. Another one hit. 5 dice. Should get a squiggle here. Got one.
Out of the box. Oh, okay. We're good.
Yeah, he had enough.
Sorry, I thought it was obstructed, but yeah.
One hit from Anakin. Spends the force for 2.
Might as well. Free there.
Oh, okay. So those 2 are going to be going through. He's down to 1 hole now on Leighton Ashara. Range 3 into yellow. Looks like after spending the focus. Oh, he's going to hold on to the focus. Not going to spend it on defense.
Yeah, that's aggressive, I think. So we're definitely going to get 1 damage through here on Barris.
Yep, because it is in the bullseye,
Well,
but the shot itself is unobstructed.
Assuming he gets a hit, because he has to roll a hit.
The true. He got the one.
So one crit goes through.
And it is a crit because the shields are down. A double would kill her. It is a fuel leak.
That's the second fuel leak that he pulled on the last hull of a ship.
And here we go. We'll see if he can finish her off from range 3. Also has a bullseye on Wolf, which might be a tempting proposition. He kept that he kept the focus.
Yeah, so for the Wolf shot, he would have to. It'd be easier to hit, right? He doesn't get the auto blasters because it's out of range, but you would if 2 go through, then you get a crit on him. So I'm not really sure what you do here. It's a tough choice. Looks like he's going on Wolf.
1 crit after using marksmanship.
So he gets 1 shield there.
Plink shields are down now on Wolf. All right. That's the end of that turn. Now, for anybody who's been following the Galactic Championship Series, you know that when new product has been released during the series, it has been legal 1 week after release. Looking at the release schedule, we are going to have the Heralds of Hope and the TIE Brute release 1 week before, I believe that's next week, before Coruscant. So Heralds of Hope and the TIE Brute will be legal for Coruscant. Now, here's my question for you guys. With the upcoming championship time, with the upcoming championship event, what from those packs, from the Heralds of Hope and the TIE Brute, do you think, okay, what do you think might make a splash? Xpov, super sus to bring new ships to Coruscant. I mean, hey, that's the player's choice. It's on them. It's been consistent. When are the next ships coming out? Next week, I see somebody saying an Ion Limiter Reaper. This is true, yeah, barrel rolling Reapers.
What do you think is going to be the most impactful card from those two sets? Or ship?
I see the one that I'm thinking might be get the most play in the chat right now. The Starbird Slash.
Yeah, I think that one's very points dependent. I mean, it's all points dependent, right? That's the easy answer. But I think if it's 1 to 2 points, it's very good. If it's anything more than that, I struggle with it.
Mm-hmm. And of course, there's always those list building wizards that find something really interesting. That find something really interesting once we have the points. And I am almost sure that someone will say, you know what, I know this is Coruscant, but I have my chance to play this thing that I am convinced is good. I don't care that it's the ultimate tournament in this series. I'm gonna play it anyway.
Yeah,
I could definitely see people doing that.
I like the new Super Barrel Roll modification as well. I think it's a mod, right? The one for the T70s.
I don't. Which one are you talking about?
The overdrive thrusters, I think is what it's called. The one lets you boost a barrel with the 2-speed.
Yeah, that's a mod.
I think that has the potential to be, very good.
People just got to remember to close their wings.
Right.
Yeah. You don't close your wings, you don't get no fancy barrel roll. And I do think it has more value on the barrel roll, by the way. I really do.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a long. You go a long ways with the two-speed barrel roll.
All right, clearing the strain there. Red M3A, Leighton Ashara, limping along with one hull. All right, and we got the 3-turn.
And there's where the R4P shows its incredible value, because you get the 3-turn, you get the focus, you got that nice wolf shot with the recharge. That is very good. 2 points, ladies and gentlemen. That upgrade costs 2 points.
Now, Barris does bump, but she might not even have a shot on her. Just depends on the angle for Leighton. All right, Anakin doing the 2-turn, just coming around the mountain. Doesn't look like he has an angle for a shot this turn. Might get a boost forward. I mean, I don't even think there's a reason to boost forward. Just hang out there. Maybe set up a target lock. And he does. Sends up the target lock on the purple M3A. The one that has 3 hull right now on the overlay. And Plo takes 1 bank to the left. Right now, just barely in the arc of the purple M3A interceptor. Should be able to get out with a barrel roll and a boost. There's the barrel roll. And there's the boost.
Yeah, he was probably thinking about the angled boost, but no reason to be risky here.
Some people like the risk, though. There's that feeling.
I mean, Tommy's shown a propensity to be very aggressive with these Jedi, so I wouldn't have been surprised.
All right, there's the charge flip for Wolf. We'll have 4 dice out the back. Hit crit. Spends for hit crit. Spend the focus for 2 of 8s. Still takes a crit, though. And that was the shield on yellow. Oh, no, it was not. It is a crit. Console fire. Gonna have to roll. Kellyanna dropping some subs in the chat. Got us to 130. Looks like we're going to be giving away that ship at the end of this game.
I think Wolf is criminally underplayed still, including by myself, being an avid Republic player. He's very good for his value, and he's totally self-sufficient. He doesn't really need any upgrades, so very, very nice ship.
And here we go. Taking that Hail Mary shot at Plo Koon. Hit crit. Not going to get it.
Doesn't even need the 5th dice.
So right now, score 46 to 133. Tommy with a commanding lead. Rolls the Council Fire, takes the damage on the yellow M3A down to 1 hull. And that is all she wrote there. We got 8 minutes and change left. Want to again remind you guys that we'll be live tomorrow, and the Coruscant Galactic Championship event is going to be November 7th. Next weekend we will have an episode of Flight Club, but I think what we're gonna use it as is as a my concept right now is to use it as an opportunity to teach some newer players how to play Tabletop Simulator. Normally we play games, but we've had these events like a bunch of them. But I think it could be a great opportunity to teach some new people how to play. Anybody in the chat? Would you guys be interested in learning how to play Tabletop Simulator on stream for everybody? It's the best way to learn is just do it. We'll go through the GSP Masterclass series.
There you go.
Yep, we did one. What is it now? It was about a month ago, and all of the people who went through the masterclass, they did a wonderful job, and they were playing games within the hour. We had them out there for an hour, moving ships around, going through step by step, and we'll do it. All right. So it looks like we got quite a few people who are interested. Maybe what I'll do, Joff Sanders, I appreciate the offer to help teach, but honestly, I do not work well with other teachers. I'm just being 100% honest. I write the lesson plan, I execute the lesson plan. I don't have any experience co-teaching, but I am a darn good one-on-one teacher. Or solo teacher.
Looks like you got a lot of takers for your masterclass, so should be good.
Arrow McArcher, yes, I am the lesson. All right, you know what I'll do? Hey, are you a teacher? I am a teacher. I'm really picky about scope and sequence and vocabulary, and I would hate, and this is not on Jeff at all. This is on anybody. Like, if I'm gonna co-teach with somebody, which I have done it before, and I've done it successfully before, like not X-Wing stuff, just like regular teaching, but I've been in both situations where the person like was good at planning. And we were able to execute the plan together. And I've also done it where, we made a plan and the person went off the rails and it completely changed the thing, and then we couldn't get back on track. So it's like, you know what? I'm just going to take the team on my back, do it myself.
Did you like group projects or solo projects?
I've always been good at group projects. The problem is like it's dependent on the amount of time to prepare, right? So just the reality is that with Gold Squadron and all the other things I do is like when I walk away from this computer, I really gotta be unplugged and take care of the fam, and you know I gotta keep Mrs. Gold Squadron happy.
Important.
All right, we got a shot here. Hit, crit, focus, spends it for 2 hits and a crit.
That'll be that for Leighton. Hardly knew ya.
Rip. 2 M3As left. All right, looks like it is time in the event. We're gonna let our players here play out if they want to, but we're gonna go ahead and post that. For the event.
So it looks like another 1 on yellow, and that'll take care of yellow. So we got purple in a dream here, everyone. Range 3 from purple into Anakin. Anakin's got force evade. No problems here.
What I'll do is I'll make a sign up list in between these rounds, and we'll get it in the chat. It seems like there's quite a few people interested, so I could probably take up to, if I run both computers at the same time, we could do a couple classes. I keep it on a single table. What do you can get 10 people on TTS, right?
I think, yeah, 10 total. Maybe it's 8.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. No, it's probably 10. I think 10. So it looks like Ryan conceded. Good game by both players.
Yeah, I would say they just pulled up the dice stats, and it was absolutely terrible.
It was bad.
It's really bad. If you guys want to know, Ryan had -12 on the greens and -9 on the reds. So no bueno, for lack of a better term here. All right, well, thank you to Ryan and Tommy for playing. You know, big oof there, but you know what? Ryan is still in it. He's got to shake it off and continue to go on. All right. So let's go.